Hi, okay, so today is a session on the root chakra. As my top says, it's a red color linked chakra, and it's called Muladhara chakra in Sanskrit. We're going to start with a meditation practice where we're going to be using a mudra, and I will show it to you close to the screen in a minute. That's why I'm standing now. And I'm also going to be showing you some images because we are going to be visualizing a spiral at the root chakra. So I'm going to show you what I mean by a spiral. So this is one kind. This is another. And like this. Yeah. So those spirals, pick whichever way comes to you in your mind at the time when we're doing the meditation. But that is basically what we're going to be working with. Also, we're going to do the Pran Mudra. To do this mudra, you take your hand and then you bring your your ring finger and your little finger to your thumb and get your index and middle finger straight like this. You do it on both sides like this, and then you will put it on your lap. Okay? So I'll say it again. You bring the thumb, and then you bring the little finger and the ring finger to the thumb. And then you keep the index and middle finger straight. Now, as you are sitting for meditation, if you can cross your legs with the right leg in first, if you can, and then wrapping the left one around it. Then doing the Prana Mudra, like I've just shown you. And then you can close your eyes. And take a nice long deep breath in and out to begin. Keeping the belly slightly forward, the chest is up and the shoulders are down. Holding the pose dynamically, but at the same time relaxing within it. First of all, clearing out thoughts from your mind. You know, you're getting home, you're stepping through the door, you leave the world behind. Now you can do the same with your mind. Removing the whole world from your mind. Tuning within yourself. Noticing the silence within yourself. Now I'm going to invite you to notice at the bottom of your spine where both legs meet at your perineum, your Muladhara chakra, your root chakra. It's a red color. It's red just about, maybe a little bit redder than my top, but even the red of my top fits well with the red of that chakra. So seeing it like a little ball of light, maybe the size of a tennis ball or a little bit bigger. And first of all, enjoying the beauty of the red light there at your Muladhara chakra, your root chakra. And now I'm inviting you to notice a spiral of red light twirling softly and gently in that little ball, in that little red ball of light at your perineum, bottom of the spine, where both legs meet. You are actually sitting on it right now. And simply noticing if you can, if you don't see it, it's okay. Just know it is there and just enjoy this moment of stillness. Noticing the spiral of red light gently twirling ever so slowly and softly at your Muladhara chakra, your root chakra. Keeping on noticing this beautiful spiral of red light, gently and effortlessly, slowly spinning at your Muladhara chakra, your root chakra. Now, the Pran Mudra that we are using now is an amazing balancing mudra for the energy in general. It also helps to boost the immune system. It is a very anchoring mudra. It connects us to the earth. It grounds us. It is connected to the earth element in our body as well. So as we are holding this mudra here, we are balancing our root chakra, connecting ourselves to the earth, to our ancestral lineage, to our properties almost of being a human. The raw parts of us that makes us an animal, but the human kind of animal. It helps us also to bring the energy down to the root chakra, therefore not having so much energy spent on overthinking in the mind. When we think and overthink, we are stimulating so much energy into the head. With this, it helps to bring the stress back down by simply traveling the energy down to the root chakra. And great, you can take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, and then releasing your fingers and opening your eyes. We're going to go and stand for the warm-up. So keeping on focusing on the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra at your perineum, where both legs meet. And as we're doing this warm-up, I'm inviting you to really keep noticing that ball of light, the red ball of light that I've been mentioning, and even the spiral if you can. For this warm-up, first we're going to do the shaking as usual, and then We will do another 2 activities. And when you are doing this activity, really feeling the energy coming from the root chakra at the bottom of the spine and building up and spreading everywhere. And what's amazing in working with the root chakra is we are directly working with the Kundalini. I mean, we always are directly working with the Kundalini, but here, when the Kundalini awakens and moves away from the sacral chakra, the lower belly, it first goes to the root chakra before it comes back up along the spine. So when we are stimulating the root chakra, we are really stimulating the foundation and base of this beautiful energy. Okay? So keep remembering this as we are doing the warm up. And so we can start shaking. And yes, we are basing ourselves on the root chakra today. The session is focused on the root chakra today. And right now, we are shaking the hands, nothing to do, it seems, with the root chakra. And still, it is completely connected because the Kundalini energy passes through every part of us. And it helps every part of us. Moving your hands and shaking them in whichever directions that feels right to you. And remember, you may not have the same needs as me, so you can shake them in different ways. Or you may not even have the same needs as last week when you were doing it. Although I think we might not have done it last week. Shaking your arms now. So really doing what feels right for you. If you are on first day of period, or if you are suffering from high blood pressure, try to not stay too long with the head down, being bent forward. And also do not do the breath of fire that we will do later. And do not do also any kind of high paced breath. Now, the shoulders, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, dropping them down. If that's hurting the shoulders, the drop, you can also just move them up and then moving them back down. You can control the drop. But if you can, then it's even better to drop them because it can, oh my gosh, really so much tension. Now going faster. Now shaking the arms and the shoulders and the chest, the whole upper body, really going for it, warming this body up, stimulating this energy, which is completely connected to every part of the body. You can shake the arms everywhere and every way, really doing what feels right for you. Now shaking your hips, and this is super important because we are working here with the root chakra, and the root chakra is at the literal base of the hips. So really moving your bottom as much as you can, shaking those hips in whichever way that you can, and then shaking the leg and the other leg, shaking whichever leg and body parts that feels right to shake. And relax. So now we're going to be moving with the breath. We keep the feet quite wide apart, wider apart than the hips. We tuck the tailbone in. We tilt the pelvis back, focusing on the root chakra still. We're going to open our arms out, but don't open them in this one. Don't open them completely straight, slightly bent here like this. So my arms are parallel to the floor, but they are in a bit of a bend. So it's like they are making a C almost. And now here, we're going to use the breath. We are going to twist like this. And remember that we are doing the root chakra. So we're twisting from that space in between our legs, where at the bottom of the spine. And we breathe in as we turn left. We breathe out as we turn right. Be careful of your knees. Make sure you're not tensing them too much. If you feel stable enough, you can actually close your eyes and notice the movement and the energy building up. But make sure you are stable enough for this, and also keeping the shoulders relaxed down. We are not bringing them up to our ears. We are keeping them down. You can move faster, but don't go as far then. And relax for a moment. If you wish, you can bend forward and rest your body, rounding the back and just resting here. Coming back up, and we are going to do it again. So arms up and parallel to the floor, slightly bent. Breathing in, we go to the left. Breathing out, we go to the right. Keeping the spine straight. We are not bending forward. The chest is out and proud. You can go faster. Breathing in and then bending forward and breathing out and resting down here. Coming back up. Now we're changing activities. Still warming up. We breathe in, we're standing. We breathe out, we bend to touch the opposite knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You can keep your knees slightly bent if you want to have a better balance, and if you want to make sure that you don't hyperextend your knees. Keep going as fast as you can. Belly muscles nice and tight to hold you as you are shifting so that your spine is supported. Keep going. And relax. Great. So that was for the warm-up. Now we're going to sit down. And we're going to sit in a butterfly pose. So that means we have the feet touching together, and we bring the heels as close to the pubic bone as we can. Now, if you find that you bring them so close and it's too close, your pelvis will want to go backwards like this. Then you're going to be straining your shoulders to come forward. So if that happens, then move your feet forward a little bit, and then your pelvis will come straight again. So you will back like this and it will come straight again. And then you have found the right place to put your feet. And then here, as we hold the butterfly, and for me right now, this is too tight, so I'm gonna loosen it a little bit. So really go with your comfort. And here, as we're here, we're going to do the breath of fire. I'm gonna sit from the side so you can maybe see my belly move a little bit more. And so let me remind you with the breath of fire, 3 things. The first one, we make the belly nice and big as we breathe in, and small and shrinking towards the spine as we breathe out. Breathing in, the belly gets big. Breathing out, it shrinks down towards the spine. The second thing, goodness me, I hope you're not hearing that car alarm, because that would be so bad to keep hearing it. I apologize for that. Breathing in, breathing out. Then the second thing is we breathe only in and out through the nose. So you may need to blow your nose and then do the practice if your nose is a bit congested. And the other thing is, the last thing, we push the air out with full strength on the exhale. I call it punching the air out. And then naturally, the body brings the air back in on the inhale. So the main effort for this breath is punching the air out on the exhale. And so as you are sitting, I'm going to put my arms at the side here so you can maybe see my belly. I don't know if you'll see it pumping, but we'll see. So just for the moment, you can put your arms, you can put your hands in the middle of where the space is in between your feet and your body, or at your ankles, or even forward if you are sitting up straight and the hands can go forward. It's up to you. Now, breath of fire as we are holding like this. Breathing in and then punching the air out, on the air out, and then you can go at any speed that feels right to you. I will start slow and then I will increase speed so you get the experience of hearing both. So breathing in. If you suffer from high blood pressure, do not go any faster than this. If you are in your first day of periods, second day of periods, go with how it feels, but do not go fast. Go slowly, and do not bring the belly all the way in if it creates pain. So now, if I want to go faster, if you were doing it, you can relax and you can straighten your legs out for a moment, resting here. You can even bend forward if you like. You can, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it another couple of times. Do it for as long as feels right to you. Take a break anytime. Don't wait for me to say it, as always. And enjoy the process. Closing your eyes if you feel like it. This is a good opportunity to really experience your Kundalini energy. And let's do it again. So let's go back into butterfly. The root chakra right now is like right onto the earth, and we're sitting on it. And so it's really deeply grounding, this practice as well. So when you are ready, again, let's start the breath of fire. And breathing in and going back to your normal breath, relaxing, stretching your legs out and resting here for a moment. Let's do it one more time. Unless you don't feel like it, in which case you can relax and keep focusing on how you feel inside. Okay, when you are ready, opening your eyes. Oh, sorry. You can keep your eyes shut. Breathing in, I mean. And relax, straightening the legs back down and relaxing here for a moment before we move on to the next one. Right, now we're going to go into downward dog. But let me show you first what we're going to do once we are in downward dog, because we're not just going to stay still in downward dog today. We're going to be using the breath as well. So, as usual, your arms, make sure that you swivel your elbow creases to face each other. So, no, we all have different arms, so maybe yours are already facing each other, but if they are not, like mine are facing the front right now, then swiveling them around to face each other. Then here, we're going to go up into downward dog. So we are bringing our buttocks to the hip, to the sky. We're going to bring the heels towards the floor and the chest towards the toes. As we are here, we are going to lift the heel up and bring it back down. Then the other heel up and back down. And like this, we're going to keep, and you can actually bend your knees. It's actually better than the first thing I was doing. So bending your knees like this. And what we're going to do, we're going to join it with the breath. So we breathe in, we breathe out. And again, as the heels are meeting in the middle, we're breathing in. As one heel touches the ground, we breathe out. This is super powerful. At any time, come back down into child pose and rest. Do not wait for me to say it. I'm going to keep an eye on you as you are doing it. Do not wait for me to say it. Just come and rest in child pose. That's it. That's good. Whenever you need. And then going back into downward dog. So one hand under each shoulder, one knee under each hip, fingers fanned out, elbow creases facing each other, pushing up, going up, setting yourself up. And maybe your knees are bent already and your heels are not touching the ground, and that's fine. But just make sure your back is straight and that your chest is going towards your toes, your hips are going towards the sky. And then breathing in, breathing out, touching the heel down, breathing in, both heels are shifting, breathing out, touching the other heel down. Keep on going until you've had enough. Then rest in child pose, moving with great control and slowly. We are not bringing ourselves down in a bang on our knees. Instead, we gently control the coming back down onto the mat so that we don't hurt the knees. And when you are holding child pose and when you're doing the downward dog, keep on thinking about your Muladhara chakra, your root chakra, and keep noticing where it is. and what it feels like, what it's experiencing as you are doing the practice. That's great. Yeah, that's it. Try to bring that chest towards your toes a bit more. Yeah, that's it. And then negotiate those knees to make the feet be able to move, having the space to move with your feet. Perfect. Okay. Going into child pose now before we move on to the next practice. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next pose now. And the next pose is based on, but we're going to add a movement with the breath on the twist from easy pose. So we're sitting with the legs crossed is what the easy pose is called. So if you want to come and sit with your legs crossed. Now, the twist, please make sure to keep your spine straight. So you're not leaning forward and you're not leaning back. You also are not leaning one side or the other, but you're really nice and straight. Your spine is the pivot, the axis around which you are going to be twisting. So that means that an easy pose, I'm going to show you what the easy twist, I'm going to show you what it is, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to adapt it into a movement with the breath. The way we normally do it is that we would put our right hand to the outside our left knee. Our left hand comes to the back of us against our bottom. And then we twist as far as we can towards the left. And the head looks over the left shoulder. Now, doing the other side would be the same thing, but just the other way around. But now that would take a long time to be going from one side to the other. So you're not going to be going as far into the twist as this, but with the breath, we're going to be twisting to the left. So you're simply going to move your left hand to the back of you and your right hand across the knee as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to go to the other side and bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand at the back of you. So it will be like this. So you're not going as far into the move. You're not moving as fast as with the warm-up. Well, almost, but not quite. And you are keeping your spine nice and straight. I was demonstrating and almost stopping between the breaths. You don't have to. That was just so that you can really, hopefully, hear my breath. So really, it should be quite a flow of breath. You're still pushing the breath a little, so it may feel a bit sharp, so not all soft and flowy, but still just keep going in a swift movement from one side to the other. Now resting by bending forward over your legs and settling here for a few breaths. And we're going to do the same thing again. So coming back up. And again, now we are more of an intermediate speed. At this speed now, we are starting to come back down from the overstimulation almost of the Kundalini energy. Not overstimulated as in beyond what it should, but what I mean by that is a very high pace to begin with to really get it going, and now a medium pace before we go on to the slow pace. And bending forward to relax for a moment, noticing your energy. Coming back up, now we are still in the intermediate, in the medium level of activity with the energy. We're going to do a practice that uses the head to knee pose for the legs only. This is what we are going to do, and there are several levels of ability, so just do what feels right to you, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is here, we're going to bring our pelvis slightly forward, chest up, shoulders down. We are going to bring our arms parallel to the floor. So my arms are like this, parallel to the floor, straight in front of me above my legs. My shoulders are down though, so I am not up here, but nice and down. And now we're going to be moving by bringing the foot into the thigh from the leg that is straight, and then back out. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and keep going like this. If it's too much to have the arms up, you can see if you can have them slightly down. If that's too much altogether, you can have them at the side, or actually more like at the side here. But try to bring the foot in, and maybe you're bringing the foot in a little bit, or maybe you're bringing it all the way. But it's important simply to move at a medium pace and with the breath in whichever way that feels right to you, so that you don't hurt yourself, you feel comfortable, and at the same time, you really get the Kundalini energy to keep going. So when you're ready, breathing in, breathing out. Relax, bending forward over your legs and resting here. Try to tuck the chin in. Don't drop the head too far from the neckline. And this is stimulating for the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, in so many ways. Keep bent forward to relax while I explain this. We are kicking the energy up as we are bringing the foot up. At the same time, our breath is stimulated and stimulating those legs that we keep on moving. As we're doing this, that energy is gathering up at the root chakra so that then it can come up the spine stronger. Are you all right? Are you okay? Okay, good. That's something to worry now. I thought you created your own session now. Okay, let's continue. Let's do this one more time. My gosh, I'm feeling hot now. Okay, so arms are parallel to the floor above your legs, and then breathing in, bringing the foot in, breathing out, straightening the foot out. This is really good for people who have problems with circulation in the legs. Relax over your legs for a moment. And coming back up now, we are bringing the energy down. So to do this next one, we're going to do the bridge, and I'm going to show you from the front first so that you can see what to do and what not to do with the knees. And then I'll show you from the side. So to do the bridge, lying down on the back, bringing the feet close to the buttocks. Now, my feet are in front of my hips. So I've got one foot in front of each hip, and I've got one knee above each ankle. Here, I'm resting my arms at the side. Make sure to settle your neck and head nicely before you go up. And then you're going to bring your pelvis up towards the sky. As you do this, those two knees need to stay above your ankles. So that means I'm not bringing them in or out or one way or the other, but they stay nice and straight. Now, showing you from the side, as you're lying down here, feet as close to the buttocks as possible, bringing the belly up. Now, as you are bringing the belly and pelvis up towards the sky, it could be that you're at the very beginning and staying here, or coming back, coming up a bit more. If you go higher, you're going to find that your belly is going to keep going up and your chest is going to expand towards your head. When you're up at whichever level, make sure you do not turn your head left or right, but you keep it nice and straight until you come back down. When you come down, I normally like to bring my knees forward to stretch that spine. And then here, I'm bringing my spine back down, vertebra after vertebra, and resting here. So when you're ready, pushing up your pelvis as high as you can and holding for as long as you can. We're going to do it twice. So come up into the bridge for a while, stay for a while, then come back down, and then do it one more time. That's it. And just rest for a moment. You can even bring your knees to your chest if you wish to rest for a moment. Really stretching that lower back. And then going for it one more time. Feet behind each hip, in front of each buttock. Knees above the ankles. Pushing your pelvis up as high as you can go. Belly muscles are nice and tight to hold you up. Do not move your head once you are up. Whatever you do, do not move your head. And you can come back down ever so gently and then hug your knees for a moment before we do the last pose. Okay. The last pose, we're going to keep lying on the back. And then here, you're going to be bringing the legs up. So you could bring them both at the same time, or you can bring them one after the other. Here, then, opening the legs out and staying in a wide stretch. You can, if you wish, put one hand under each buttock to help hold the pelvis tilted better, so it's a bit easier to hold the legs up. This is the end. We're relaxing already, so don't worry too much whether your knees are straight or not, as long as you are comfortable. And being aware that your root chakra is right there, opening to the universe and being nourished. At any time, if you wish, you can bring the legs back up and rest them. Resting here for a moment, and then after a while, going back into the stretch. Okay, great. Yeah, you can hug your knees for a moment just to release any tension in the lower back. And then we're going to go into the relaxation. So you can make yourself comfortable. If you want to use a cushion and a cover, you can, or a jumper. That's it. Yeah, making yourself comfortable. Make sure you don't fall asleep, because I probably wouldn't be able to wake you up, only because you're probably going to work afterwards. And you can close your eyes, lying down in Savasana, with the feet slightly apart, the arms slightly away from the body, and just palms facing up, closing your eyes. Long deep breath in and out, relaxing absolutely every muscle in your body, from the tip of your toes to the top of your head and all the way down each arm. Remembering to rest also your jaw muscles, your eyes, your mouth, your throat, your heart, your breath, and your mind. Now I'm inviting you to see yourself in a field, in a beautiful green field with luscious grass beneath your feet. Maybe you are walking barefoot, or maybe you have shoes on, but you can really become aware of the beauty and power of the earth under your feet. The sun is glowing brightly and softly at the same time, so it feels warm when its rays touch your skin. With a beautiful blue sky, a few white fluffy clouds are passing by ever so gently, And occasionally you may see a bird flying past or even soaring high above. You have been given a seed, a very, very powerful seed. In this seed, you can put anything you want, anything you desire or wish for. Now, you can find a spot in this field where you're going to be planting this beautiful seed. So once you find your spot, and you have a bit of a moment here that you can look for it. When you find your spot, you then can sit down on the grass. As you are sitting then, you can start to think about what you want this seed to be growing for you. It is your seed of abundance. And now you can make a hole in the soil, and as your finger goes to push some soil to make a hole, you're going to notice how soft and moist the earth is under your finger. So cushioning, just perfect for your little seed. When you look at your seed now, as it is filled with your request, as it is filled with your wish, it can even look like it's glowing of a golden shade. And you can go and put it in that little hole that you've just dug in front of you. And then you can cover the seed up with a little bit of soil from around it. This can feel like a very special moment. And now as you sit here and observe, you can start to notice a stem coming out, piercing through the soil. Your magic little seed is starting to grow. I told you it was fast. And this beautiful stem is starting to make its way through up from the ground, slowly by slowly turning into a beautiful plant as it keeps rising towards the sun. And here, just here, about a meter above the floor, it stops. And then you start noticing that the sun is disappearing. It's getting darker, and all of a sudden you can feel some drops of rain falling on top of you and on top of your beautiful plant in front of you, your abundance plant. Rain starts to pour, and as it is nourishing your plant, it is also washing away from you any doubt, any question, and any kind of thinking you may have that could get in the way of this beautiful abundance tree growing. Letting this rain wash it all out. Any stress, any tension is melting away from you now, allowing you to start to feel so soft and comfortable within yourself, within your whole body, through each muscle and through your heart and through your mind, even through your breath. And now the clouds parting, the sun is coming back, drying up all this rain, allowing your plant now to grow so big and tall that it is turning into a small tree. And this small tree, as fresh, beautiful, and new as it is also having that kind of a golden glow to it, as if it was filled with light. And now on each branch, not only leaves are growing, but so many fruits. Any kind of fruit. Gloriously abundant. And so you grab one of the fruits and you can take a bite in it. And oh my goodness, the sweetness and the beautiful taste that it has. And as you are eating it, you can feel within yourself, nourishing yourself with all the abundance that you requested, with all the abundance you planted in that seed. And that grew into this magnificent tree. And now you can know from the deepest inside of you that there is nothing that can stop you from getting your abundance. That your abundance is here, free to harvest, free for you to grab from this tree anytime you want, not just now, but even when we finish with this meditation now. You can go back to this tree and take more and more of its abundance, because every time you're going to pick a fruit from this tree, another one is going to grow. And you can ask for more of different kinds of abundance to grow from that tree so that it can nourish you. Now we're going to come away from this meditation, and you're going to be keeping this tree inside your heart, so you're not stepping away from it. It is residing right here in the middle of your heart. And as you come back to yourself into the room where you are, you now can take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, and knowing that this tree of abundance is always going to be with you. And now you can start to move your toes and your fingers, your hands, your feet, your legs, your arms, giving your body a stretch, waking yourself up again. Before you come up, lying down onto your left side first with your knees bent for a few breaths, and then coming back up. Thank you.